Greetings. Today we continue in part 2 of the judgment of the great whore from Revelation chapter 17, verses 1 through 6. We begin today with the description. Literally, it says, "And he came out, one of the 7 messengers, the one having the 7 bowls, and he spake with me, saying, Come here, I will show to you the judgment of the great particular prostitute," that might be a better word for the day, "the one sitting upon the many particular waters, with whom the kings of the earth they committed fornication, and they were made drunk out of the wine of her particular fornication, the ones dwelling on the earth. And he carried me away unto a desert in spirit, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet beast, being full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns." So we see the description of the woman. She is described as sitting upon a scarlet-colored beast. She is arrayed with scarlet and purple garments. She is holding a golden cup in her hands, full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication, as was prophesied in Jeremiah 51:7. She has written upon her forehead a name, the perfect passive participle, which means it has been written and remains so. That which is written, mystery. She tries to hide her God-given identity. God calls her Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Further, it is stated that she is getting drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs or the witnesses of Jesus. Then we need to notice the description and her association with the beast. It is the beast of Revelation 13:1, which is full of blasphemy and has the 7 heads and 10 horns, and not the woman. They are here associated with her because of her association with the beast. The beast first supports her, then burns her, as we will see. The beast needs the woman to seduce the kings of the earth into committing spiritual, but with a physical manifestation, fornication with her. The drunken stupor thus brought upon the inhabitants of the earth by the wine of her fornication will be a major factor in the great deception which God allows them to fall under. Then let's notice the description of her deception in verse 4. "And the woman, the one having clothed herself and remaining so by means of purple and scarlet, and having been inlaid and remaining so with gold and a precious stone, even of pearls, having a golden cup in her particular right hand, being full of abominable things and unclean things of her particular fornication." In Romans chapter 1 and verses 23 and 25, Romans chapter 1, verses 23 and 25, we find that these can be applied to this when it says, "And they changed or exchanged the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to 4-footed beasts and creeping things." Verse 25 says, "Who changed or exchanged the truth of God into or for a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen." Now these 2 verses sum up the exchange of the glory of the incorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, birds, 4-footed beasts, and creeping things, and the exchange of God's truth for the lie. The exchange of the worship of and service to the true God for the worship of and service to the creation. We can make a chart that denotes these changes when we exchange God for a goddess, when we exchange a father for a mother, when we exchange the Creator for the creation, or Mother Nature, when we exchange the King of the universe for the Queen of the universe, when we exchange the moral for the immoral, when we exchange worship for idolatry, when we exchange monotheism for polytheism, and when we exchange righteousness for fertility. In Revelation 18 and verse 7, this woman refers to herself as the queen of the earth. Now, many well-intentioned scholars have called the Roman Catholic Church and all her Protestant children this great whore. However, to limit this description is extremely nearsighted, because the roots of Babylon reach back through the Old Testament to Babel, and its seeds are found in the life and actions of Adam's son Cain. Genesis 4:1 says, "And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she bare again his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell."